What's up, comic fans? It is time for that new comic book day haul plus review. So we're gonna get into the books. We got some 50 centers. We got this week's books. We're gonna talk about them right after this.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. All right, let's go. If you like comics, you're in the place to be. Let's get into the books. We're gonna start off with those 50 centers. We got Falcon. This is Barnes, Cassandra, Rosenberg worked on this. But anyway, these were 50 cents. Falcon 1 through 4. All right, I think these came out in 2018. So this was the 2018 Falcon series. So we got issue 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. Also 50 cents. We got Iron Fist number 1. Right, the new series where Swordmaster became Iron Fist. And then we got Demon Days, the Peach Momoko, Cursed Web, the Peach Momoko Mystique cover. Sorry, did I say Peach Momoko? Peach Momoko did Demon Days, but this is the Jenny Frizen Mystique cover, right? Peach Momoko on the interiors, Jenny Frizen on the cover. I like how that sounds. All right, let's go. First off, so here's the thing. I didn't realize that last week my shop accidentally put out some of this week's books, so I have some of this week's books. But if you check out last week's new comic book day review video, there's some books from this week on last week's video. We got Blade number 1, another negative space variant. All right, Blade. Yeah, Blade, new villain. Dr. Aphra, number 34. Star Wars, Dr. Aphra. We got Starwear here. Star Weird. As far as I know, Star Weird does not make it out of this issue. But Luke pulls an Aphra and ends up like basically stealing a relic from her. We got Guardians of the Galaxy number 4, all right? And we find out what's been up with Rocket Raccoon. We did not have Rocket Raccoon in issues 1, 2, and 3. Who knew? You guys got a preview way ahead of time. Cool. Let's go. First off, from Marvel, only book I picked up from Marvel after last week's debacle, but I picked up a lot more books than just this one. We got Moon Knight, City of the Dead, number 1. This one came out this week, right? So we got issue, this is cover A. Issue 1, cover A. But then we also got the first cover appearance of the 3rd Scarlet Scarab. So this is cover B. And then there was just this really dope foil cover. I don't know if you can see all the foily goodness. Ooh, yeah, get that in the camera. Boom, boom, boom. So I got cover C. And at one point, this was going for like $15 to $20. I think now you can get it. It's calmed down a lot. You can probably get it from anywhere from $8 to $5. So if you wait, good things come to those who wait. I paid cover price for that. And then had like 20% off. All right. So we're done with Marvel. We'll do the one DC book. This was obviously not a cover by. But this is Catwoman number 1, Night Terrors. Basically, Catwoman's sister's in here. She's helping out Catwoman. And then Catwoman discovers a Batman who... He's not Batman yet. It's like year 0 Batman. He doesn't even know that he's... he doesn't think that anybody knows that he's calling himself Batman, right? The Joker hasn't yet established himself. And basically, Catwoman's like, I'm going to teach you the ropes, new Batman. So that's what this book is about. Teenie Howard continues to write it. Yeah, maybe we'll keep reading, maybe we won't. Basically, this book isn't really tying into the Night Terrors main storyline. This is just what's kind of happening in Catwoman's head as Night Terrors is happening. All right. And City of the Dead, I didn't even touch on that one. Basically, Moon Knight rescues a kid, but the kid, he kind of gets saved, right? Dr. Badir kind of saves him. But his spirit's still trapped in the spirit world, so Moon Knight's heading to the spirit world to go help and find the kid. All right, we're off to the indies. We have Nocterra. This is a special Nemesis special, right? And this all happens in the mind of the brother. His name escapes me right now, but anyway, Blacktop Bill is causing some problems, some issues. The world's about to end, and this is I guess you can kind of call this the penultimate issue, even though it's not in the main storyline. This is again a special. It's a one shot. It's not part of the main storyline. But anyway, issue 16, apparently Nocterra is coming to an end. So we'll see what happens there. I've enjoyed it. I thought it's been pretty good. Val and her gang of truckers have done well. So we're moving on to Gunslinger. All right, if you haven't heard, I think Todd McFarlane was at San Diego Comic-Con talking about expanding the Spawn universe even bigger. I didn't know that was possible. I think sometimes it's too big already, but hey, to each their own. So go ahead, Todd, get yours. But yeah, so Gunslinger Spawn is fighting the Violator and Clown in this one, and with the help of Clown's daughter. And yeah, I think it's just a power struggle, right? This book, it's good. I enjoy it. It's fun. Not really action. There's a lot of action in this. If you like Spawn action, get the book. Story, I don't know what I can tell you about it. All right, Something is Killing the Children, number 31. In the last issue, Jessica Slaughter stole Cutter's totem, her dolly. And now Cutter's pretty much on a rampage. And she's not a sane lady or sane woman. So Cutter is causing some damage now in this town. Meanwhile, Jessica Slaughter is still trying to figure out how to ultimately defeat Cutter. What you see here on the cover is Cutter kind of creates this monster to attack these children who's based off of the image of Jessica Slaughter. So there's a lot of things happening. They're trying to frame Jessica Slaughter just to get her off the board because she's, been nothing but a hassle. She's went rogue. And, this is all according to the House of Slaughter or whatever. But in the grand scheme of things, Jessica's just been doing the right thing. And, they're trying to bring her down for that. Void Rivals number 2. There wasn't as much shock value as Void Rivals number 1. Not as much coolness. Not as many Transformers as issue 1. Basically, we're just filling more of a gap. This is a gap issue. I assume in issue 3, or I'm hoping issue 3, something more significant will happen. But, they're figuring out how to get off this planet they're stranded on. And they're working it all out. They actually do get off of the planet. And then, space pirates. We'll leave it at that. Space pirates. Last but not least, we have Big Game by Mark Miller and Pepe Larraz. I don't know when Mark Miller came up with the idea for this, but if it's been a long con or a long game, I won't call it a long con. That just seems bad. But if it's been a long game, hey, good for you, Mark Miller. But basically, Mark Miller has set up a world where supervillains rule. There was a night where all superheroes got wiped out by all the supervillains who came together. They wipe out all the superheroes and then they wipe the minds of everybody so that nobody remembered that superheroes actually exist. So now there's a lot of superheroes popping up again, right? They're starting to repopulate the Earth. It starts with Kick-Ass and continues on. And basically this group of villains wants to, and Nemesis is part of the group of villains, by the way, if you've been reading that story. He's one of their assassins. Basically, they want to wipe out superheroes again before they become a bigger problem and they have greater numbers. So that's what this book is about. Big Game. Superheroes are here. There's one lady who remembers everything. And then, there's the supervillains who don't want to have to go through the struggle and live in the world where there's superheroes flying around all the time, just foiling their plans. The villains want the Earth to themselves, and as the Earth starts to populate itself again with more superheroes, they're ready to, again, one more time, annihilate all superheroes. That's a big game. All right, guys, that was my comic haul, plus my little review, plus my 50-cent books. If you like comics, you're in the place to be. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go ahead and throw me a thumbs up and comment down below. Check out the CBCAs, the Comic Book Community Awards. There'll be a little thing in my blooper reel regarding that. And yeah, do what you do, because I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to get ready for next week's books. Peace. The Comic Book Community Awards coming up. But don't forget to nominate your favorite channels. A couple comics. What's up, comic fans? I got to turn off the fan. What's up? Plus review. We're gonna go out.